topic. Just want to point out there that this is his idea. But we're going to talk about how children can ruin your relationship. Okay?
Yes.
Not saying that they do, but we are recognizing that there is a possibility and a potential for them to ruin your relationship. So, and why did you choose this for our next topic?
Because it's true. It's true. You know, I think that it's a taboo topic that a lot of people don't really want to admit to. But children, just like anything else, like social media, just like financial problems, just like in-laws, all in your business, children can cause a problem in a relationship, which is what we were talking about when we did the review on Greenleaf. And you all got to check out the review that we did, how Jacob and Nora the Explorer and all that, you know, all that drama that she brings into the house.
Her name is Zora.
Well, whatever the hell her name is.
That's the daughter, and the relationship between Jacob and Clarissa and how they're falling apart, and Zora is definitely not helping that out. Correct. So I'm going to put the link up here. That is season 3, episode 8 of Greenleaf, so you can check that one out.
So what I'm saying is that I can relate from my own personal experiences with raising children. I can relate from maybe what I think my mom may have experienced with raising her own children with my mother and father.
I didn't even think of it from that point of view. I was only thinking about my child, but then when I think about my parents, the fact that they divorced.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know, let's just tell the truth. Because I think that, let's go all the way back to how I think maybe some of these problems are caused. When people say they want a baby, you know, you and I talked about this, and we say, hey, do we want to have children when we came together?
No,
okay?
no.
Well, the question then that I asked was, do we want to have children or do we want to have a baby? I wanted to have a baby with her, and I think that she would be a phenomenal mother. She is a phenomenal mother. She does a wonderful job with Trey, but I did not want any more children because babies grow up, they become toddlers, then they turn into little children, and they turn into little hard-headed teenagers, and they get on your nerves. Okay?
All right, so that is a fact. I mean, we know good and well that as the kids grow up and everything, they're going to be experiencing their own problems. They're going through puberty and they're having their own hormones and everything is mixed up. We know that, yes. All right? But how is it that the child is causing problems or could possibly cause problems within the marriage?
Well, that's a really good question. I won't say that the children themselves are intentionally trying to cause problems in your relationship. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I think that as parents, we forget that you and I are supposed to be in a relationship. We come together first. So it's kind of like how a mother, when she's pregnant, you know, she's falling in love with the child. When that baby is here, that baby is so sweet, it's so precious. Yes, you just want to hold him, you want to kiss him, you want to love on that child. Yes. I was there. I adored my children when they were born. I was there in the hospital, cut the umbilical cord. I loved them from day one, and I still very much love my children. But it comes a time when we as parents, we forget how to be husband and wife. Because we now have taken on the role as mother and father. And then we start putting our kids before our spouse.
All right, so you wake up, you got to get yourself ready, you got to get the kids ready, you have to make sure they have their homework, you have to make sure that they have lunch packs or whatever, then you have to take them to school, right? And then you go to work, and then you pick them up, and then what's going on? They have soccer practice, they have piano lessons, they're going to dance classes, and they have, the basketball game, and the track meet, and the swim lessons, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you're getting home, is what, 6, 7 o'clock, you still have to fix food, and then you're tired, and then there's no...
Yeah, ain't no hanky-panky, ain't no love, ain't no cuddling.
And then the next day you repeat the cycle. So
over
it's
and over and over.
So one way we're saying that kids can possibly cause problems in the marriage is that it's no longer about you and your spouse.
That's right.
It's now all about the kids.
It's always
and what they need.
Yeah, and I've seen this over and over and over. And I know that you have. I'm sure that if it's not you, then you know of friends, you know of family members that they can't even think. Everything is about that particular child, that particular person. And then you would think that we would become less responsible with these children as they get older because they're supposed to be more responsible and able to do and take care of things for themselves, but it never ends. I mean, you could just look on Facebook and let's just say that the old debate Who eats first?
Right.
Who plate do you fix first?
Whose plate are you giving first? Is it your man? Is it the kids? And then they have all types of crazy options like, is it your dad? Is it your ex-husband? Whose plate? Why is that ex is even there? I do not know why that is one of the options. But they always have an ex there.
Who plate do you fix first? I mean, why is that even an argument in your house? But I'll tell you, as a man, when we go out to work and we're coming home and we providing for the family, and this man is paying all the bills and he's doing all these things, this man is not necessarily thinking about you fixing some 10, 12, 13-year-old kid's place first. No, they ain't happening to be not that little baby. Somebody 1, 2,
okay,
a toddler.
Wait. So are you saying that you would be upset if I made the kid plate before you?
Yes.
Woo!
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm gonna be upset, like I'm gonna be like we finna be in a big argument and all that old kind of stuff.
And this little small conversation that we have right now should not ruin your marriage.
No.
Upset over who got served their food first.
Right.
Something wrong.
But what I'm saying is that women or mothers or fathers, because we do these things too, we'll put, some men may put their games before their children. They may put their jobs before their spouse. They're putting a lot of things before their spouse. And I'm saying that a mother could get used to always taking care of the child first. And so now this child 10, 11, 12, 15 years old, and she's been doing these patterns over and over and over. And this man is starting to feel like he's being neglected.
Now, if it happens over and over and over again, I could definitely see the man feeling neglected. But if the woman just picked the kid up from soccer practice, she comes in the house, the husband's in the bathroom, right? Mm-hmm. And the kid is like, I don't mind having that. And she heats it up and give it to the kid, and the man's in the bathroom. If the man has a problem, then, come on now.
Well, that's in the bathroom.
That's just nitpicking. Because sometimes they'll happen. Sometimes the food is right there, the kid is right there, the man is somewhere, and you just give it to the kid first.
Right.
So that shouldn't be a problem.
No, we ain't talking about that. If I'm on the toilet, there's a whole other thing. So that's our throne.
All right, so what are the things that causing problems when one or both parents are putting the kids before their relationship? But how about this? How about when the kid gets older and now the kid wants to get what he or she wants, and they start playing the parents against each other?
That
and they're not playing the parents against each other to mess up the marriage. They're playing the parents against each other to get what they want.
Absolutely.
Because they want to get what they want, they're playing both sides.
Oh, kids do that crap all the time. I did it. I
did not do it.
Yes, she is.
No, I didn't do it. The reason why I didn't do it because it's just one parent in my house. So I have nobody to play against anybody. So.
And it was only the one kid at the time when you was growing up. So but just you. Your older siblings was long gone. But
long gone.
What I mean is not necessarily. I knew which parent to ask for certain things first. Like if I knew that my mother would be the one that I could get something out of faster than I would my father, or there was a particular something that I may have wanted, I knew my mother was going to say no. I knew my daddy would say yes. So I don't know if that was pitting them against each other or just strategizing to try to figure out how I would get what I can get out of it.
It's manipulation.
Yes.
And the kids are going to do it, especially when they're teenagers. And I already know everybody had these perfect kids or whatever. But I'm telling you, as a teacher, as a high school teacher for 19 years, I'm telling you right now, they be playing y'all.
Yeah, they do.
Because they write about it in their journal. And guess who's reading it? Me. They play you and it causes problems because now it's like, did you tell her to do that? I told her not to do that. And now they argue and then it's like, well, why did you snap off at me? So it starts off about something with the kids and then it ends with you at odds
with each other. Mm-hmm. And that's another problem that I'm saying. And so now the husband and wife or the mother and father are now y'all fighting and y'all falling out. And again, this is another challenge that the child has brought issues into your relationship. And then the problem is that a lot of the parents forget that the kid's gonna grow up and leave the house. So you cannot allow yourself to always side with your children. They gonna bounce. They don't even want to spend time with you anymore. They don't want to hang out no more unless it's something that's gonna benefit them. You don't want to hang out with you anymore.
That scares me, but you're right. You are so right, but that totally scares me.
Because that's like I said in the previous video, that children, they come through us, not to us. They are their own individual. And you're going to grow up and you're going to want to do your own thing. So we got to protect the relationship. You know. So again, we go back to, let's talk about another Facebook topic where we can see all up and down our timeline how
I already know. Okay, go for it. Go for it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
how even some single moms, their children are ruining relationships before they even get in the relationship.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Because y'all scrolling, I mean, y'all posting 24/7 about your little nappy-headed kids. Okay, y'all got beautiful kids. Y'all got beautiful kids. But I'm just saying, from the perspective of a man, how he's so cute.
Dude, you call their kids nappy head. Now see.
No, don't mean it, but y'all got beautiful children. What I'm saying is that as a man, if I was a single man, and there was a woman that I'm interested in, and she's constantly posting, calling her son her king, and just idolizing him and worshiping him, like, oh my Lord. So these guys, and these are single guys that I talk to that want to be in a relationship with a lot of you women, but they're intimidated by the fact that you idolize your children like they're some kind of god.
This is interesting for me as a woman. I cannot speak on this, so it's good to have a man here. That's why we kind of like bounce off each other. To have a man here, I don't know. Like, I'll post, not every day, all day long, but I'll post something about my son and say something nice. But guess what? I'm not interested in anybody.
True.
Because I have my king here,
my baby,
and then you are my king. My son is my prince.
Absolutely.
But I don't even be calling him that online.
I mean, we love him. I love Trey to death. I love him just like I love so silly. I love him just like I love my own two children. But I cannot allow my love for my children to ruin the relationship that we have. And so I'm just saying that as there was a time in my life when I was single, and I know what single men are saying about a lot of these. I mean, there's some beautiful single women on Facebook that have wonderful children, and your children are talented. They are good looking, and they do a lot of things. But if this man that you may desire to be in a relationship with doesn't feel like you have any room in your heart for him because everything is about your children, then they're intimidated. They don't even want to come and talk to you. And I don't necessarily mean intimidated like he's afraid to reach out and holler and spit some game and try to take you out or whatever. I'm saying he's intimidated that the relationship that he wants to have with you is not going to be a good one.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about you. You have been married before.
Yep.
All right, and you have kids that didn't come out of me.
Yeah. You got to smoke in there.
Okay. You know, I had my own kid to come out of me from my own previous marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But why should anybody listen to you and think that kids can ruin a relationship without any personal experience? You're telling people what to do on Facebook and what they shouldn't post, and how single men are looking at single women. But this show is about how children can ruin a relationship that's already established. Preferably how they can ruin a marriage.
Sure.
Right? We're a married couple. We talk about married topics. So can you give us any personal
I can, absolutely.
examples?
From my previous relationship, I know for a fact going into a ready-made relationship where this woman had children, and then I come to the table with my children, and then there's so many differences.
Brady Bunch.
I mean, it was the Brady Bunch,
Minus two.
but it was a lot of different issues because of personality issues, because of, no, you don't want to discipline them this way, and I want to discipline a different way, and then you got in-laws coming in, and they got their opinions, and then you got the baby daddies, they got their own particular issues and and differences, and it just caused all kind of problems if there's no consistency between the two. The man and the woman, the husband and the wife. Children have to see unity between the two and know that this bond cannot be broken, no matter if it's your own biological children, if it's stepchildren, it doesn't matter. I can never allow Trey, or we can never allow Trey to infiltrate what we share. Because like I said, he gonna grow up and bounce. He got his own father. He gonna go over to his dad's house. I'm gonna let him ruin our relationship, and then he go to him.
All right. So you said something in that story that was really, really important, and it has to do with discipline. Like how a married couple decides to discipline their child can cause a lot of problems. Yep. Because the child can be resistant, and then one parent is like, "No, sweetie, it's okay," and then the other parent is like, "How dare you? How dare you?" So just the whole discipline methods dealing with the children, which you wouldn't even have that conflict if the kid wasn't there. You wouldn't have a fight about how you discipline a child if you didn't have a child. So it's not, I don't know. I don't think it's just a child per se, but it's all the little fruitful elements that comes around
It does.
the child.
It does.